Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Saints coming off their bye. It's game week now. They'll take on Atlanta in the Dome. The Falcons will have a new starting quarterback. You know that they've benched Marcus Mariota in favor of Desmond Ridder, the rookie out of Cincinnati. So Desmond Ridder will be making his first career start. He'll be doing so against the Saints in the Dome. And wouldn't this just be totally apropos for any long-suffering Saints fan who fears the regression of the greatest era of Saints football history to what we all knew for some 40 years, if Desmond Ridder, in his first career start, comes into New Orleans and beats the Saints? It would be very apropos if it happened that way. And quite honestly, considering what a lot of Saints fans are hoping for, it may be the first time ever you're kind of okay with maybe losing to the Falcons. I hate to say that out loud, but you're in a completely lost season. And Sunday was even more disgusting because you watched Tampa go to San Francisco and get pounded 35-7 by Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback, and you realize if you had just closed out a game that you led by 2 touchdowns with 3 minutes to go, you'd be tied right now for first place in the division. But you gagged it away, and now you're toast. So really, you ask yourself this question: can Dennis Allen figure it out? Like, do you believe in Dennis Allen long term? I do not. I am on record. I hope at some point he proves me wrong. If they keep him and they win a bunch of games, awesome. I hope the Saints win their next 4, and it's a huge springboard into the future of what this organization will be again. I don't believe that's going to happen because I don't think they'll ever win with Dennis Allen. But you've got Atlanta coming in, and one big question was if they were going to make a change at quarterback, and Dennis Allen said, nope.
Yeah, Andy will start. We'll evaluate everything as we, finish out these last 4 games. But I think Andy's done some good things. I think we've got to do a lot of other things around him to help him, and that includes, us as a coaching staff putting everybody in better positions.
Do you remember on October the 27th when Dennis Allen said this?
All the quarterbacks were full today. Andy's going to get the start again this week. I feel like he's played well offensively. I feel like we're in a little bit of a rhythm. We've been moving the ball effectively again. We've scored points. And so we're going to continue down that road with Andy as the quarterback.
That was before they played the Raiders. Remember, offense has been in a rhythm. We've scored points. Dennis Allen said many times the offense wasn't the problem. They were moving the ball. And at that point, they had some nice games offensively. They scored 34 against Arizona. But remember, Dalton threw 3 interceptions in that ball game, including a terrible interception in the end zone. And then they went and beat the Raiders 24-0. So you're like, offense, yay. But what do bad teams do? They don't string together wins. So here's been the offense since that game when Dennis Allen said that. We're sticking with Andy Dalton. He's done some good things. The offense is in a rhythm. Here's what they've done since. They lost to Baltimore 27-13. They lost to Pittsburgh 20-10. They beat the Rams 27-20. They got shut out in San Francisco 13-0. And they lost to Tampa 17-16. So if you're scoring at home, that's 13-10, 27-0-16. You're averaging 13 points per game offensively since Dennis Allen made that comment. 13 points a game. That is not rhythm. That is not flow. That is your offense stinks. And why you would continue doing the same thing without making any type of change to try to correct what has been so awful for you. And the real bitter part about it is your defense, which was atrocious to start the season, incredibly, because of how good they've been in this run historically. Giving up 28 to Minnesota. You can't get off the field. You beat Seattle, but you gave up 32 in that game. You gave up 30 to Burrow. You couldn't get off the field when you had a lead. You gave up 42 to Arizona. I mean, your defense was atrocious. You've actually gotten your sea legs under you defensively, and you're looking more like the team you had been. And because you're a terrible team, that's countered by the offense being complete and total utter garbage right now. But you're going to stick with Andy Dalton because, that's what bad coaches do. And Dennis Allen's a bad head coach, and he's not a leader, and he shouldn't be the leader of this organization. But he'll continue to be for the next 4 weeks and potentially beyond that. I don't even care. I don't want to hear any more from him. I was going to play some more of what Dennis Allen had to say. I don't care. I don't care what he had to say at all. Because at this point, we're nitpicking. We're just reading between the lines with everything that Dennis Allen has to say, and none of it is actually material because the results on the field say everything that you need to hear. And this is a bad football team that's inventing new ways to lose, and they're not getting better. So play out this string over the next 4 weeks, see where you land, and make a decision moving forward on the organization. But I'll tell you this, man, if the Saints lose out, which there is a very real possibility they could. They're at home this week against Atlanta. They're at Cleveland. They're at Philadelphia, and then are home against Carolina. Carolina, by the way, controls its own destiny in the NFC South. And Atlanta is coming into New Orleans as a 4-point underdog and starting up a rookie quarterback for the first time, so we'll see how that goes. So this is an inherently winnable game for New Orleans. But if you lose to Desmond Ridder in his debut as a rookie, and you go to Cleveland, and you go to Philly, and you lose, then you play Carolina in the regular season finale, and they're playing for a potential playoff spot, and they beat you with maybe Sam Darnold at quarterback, and you finish 4-13, I don't know that there is an argument to be made for Dennis Allen. There just isn't that there isn't a salient argument even to be made for him. But let's see how they go. As my feeling is they could win their 2 remaining home games. They'll probably lose their 2 road games at Cleveland, at Philly. They could beat Atlanta, beat Carolina, lose the road games. You finish with 5 wins. You finish 5-12. Or excuse me, 6 wins. If you finish 6-11, where does that leave them? How does it look for the future? Don't know. But it starts this week, obviously, with Saints coming off their bye and welcoming in a bad Atlanta team starting a rookie quarterback. If you can't win this game. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.